Alright, just working on the RX7, got a bit of sunlight left. I'm hoping to get the tail lights off. And maybe even the bumper if I got enough time, but we're just gonna get focused on getting the tail lights off. So, got this the left tail light out. It's pretty simple. Yeah, it was just 6 nuts. I don't know if you can bag them up so I don't lose them, but 6 nuts right there. And the back 2 over there. Yeah, let me just put this down. There was one right here and then one right down there, and they were a bit tricky to get to, but they were pretty loose, so they didn't give me much fuss. I think if they were really tight, I would have struggled to get them. But anyway, it's good. Now I'm gonna get that's off there, and then I'll get that one off. I've got this one off, and I've got this one off, so both the tail lights are good. Altogether, yeah, just 12 10mm nuts. Pretty easy. I use this tool right here. Alright, I'm gonna try and get this bumper off. Okay, so just a bit of an update. There's 12 10mm nuts in here that attach to the bumper, but I'm fairly certain there's some underneath the car that I'm going to have to get out for the bumper to come off, and there's also these plastic clips that hold this in as well. But I'm just gonna go jump under the car and try and remove those bolts that hold the bottom bumper. I'll take you under the car here. I'll show you where the bolts are. So the 2 bolts on each side. So there's one right here. I've already got them off, obviously. And then the one up there. Just be mindful that the bumper is also attached to these little plastic pins. But on the other side, I've already got it off now. But see right here. Let me show you guys. Right here and all along there, there's just these bolts and nuts here. I got it off on that side. It's just this one that needs to come off, and then the bumper can come off. Just needs a little bit of force to get the bumper off. Here we have it. The bumper is off. I think I'm running out of light now, so I'm probably gonna just stop it there for working on the car today. I think the next big thing is getting that bash bar off. Okay, so it's the next day. I'm just going to be working on the RX7 again. Just going to get this bar off. So I've already got these 2 large nuts off. They're sitting right there and right here. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, just behind here. They weren't on too tight, so they were pretty easy to get off. Now I'm just going to go underneath the car, see where the bolts are, and I'll get back to you when this is hopefully off. On the car now, there's a bolt right here, and then on the exact other side over there, I'm not going to show you, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Just 2 bottom bolts here once you get this one off, and the 2 ones on the inside the boot, then should be able to get the bash bar off. So that's the bash bar off. Just over there. So I'm gonna start working on getting these front fenders off now. Just these ones off. I've got the hood still on. Put the hood back on because I've got nowhere else to put it, but I might have to. I don't know if I'm probably gonna have to take off the hood just to get these fenders off, but get cracking. I've taken the hood off. We're just starting to get these front fenders off. There's about, I'm pretty sure there's around 14 bolts on each fender. But I'll confirm that once I get these bolts off and get these fenders off. I'll keep you updated. If anything gives me trouble, I'll record it and let you guys know. But see you when these fenders are off. The fender off. Turns out there was about 10 bolts, and then this bolt right here, was holding it down, so I was wrong about the 14 bolts. This over here, just be careful because it's odd. I wasn't really paying attention. I was getting this off, and then it snapped the bolt. Came out luckily, but now I gotta sort out this stuck in there when the time comes, but it's fine. Alright, so I'll just get that one done quickly, and then both the fenders are off. So, the thing I don't want to do, I have to do. So, this car's been worked on before, so right here, they've sealed it up. so I can't really take the panel off without like getting rid of all that. And also, this literally the last bolt I had to do right here. It just won't come off, and it's too cross-threaded to actually do anything. So I might have to actually grind that bolt out, do something, figure it out. But first things first is getting rid of all this seal that's here, because obviously the Fender won't. Let me focus it. Focus the camera for you guys. The Fender won't come out without that being dealt with. So go fix that. I'll catch up with you guys when this is hopefully on. We got the Fender off. I had to put that grinder to work. And I can see just right here is where I had to notch it a bit just to get that the seal off. And obviously here I had to grind the shit out of it, but the bolt didn't actually come off. Oh wait, I don't know if I'm showing the right point here. Ugh. You can see right here, the bolt is still in there, I think. So it's fine. The thing's off, so it's the main thing. And I actually didn't really affect this side fender at all, which is good. So I don't have to. Didn't do any damage to it, which is a plus. Alright, so now I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do next. So I think the next thing is I'm just gonna take these hood things off right here, and I'm gonna take the mirrors off. Hood things are gonna be pretty explanatory here, just these bolts. And I think there's 3 screws for the mirrors, which is good. I'll get that done. The first mirror off, it was very, very simple. Just 3 bolts. Not 3 bolts, sorry, 3 screws. 1, 2, 3. I'll just put them on there so I don't lose them. I'll get the other one off, and then I'll also get those hood things off. And yeah, that was pretty simple. So we've just gotten the mirrors off. We've also taken these off. I've just put the bolts back on there. The things that hold the hood up. So I've just decided I'm going to take off these brackets for the headlights. I think it's held on by about 3 or 4 bolts, so it should be fairly easy to get off. Just update you guys when I get both of them off. So altogether it was pretty easy to get out. It was only 4 bolts, so 1 right here, 1 right there, and 1 up here, around there somewhere. And coming up over here, there was just 1 bolt over here, and then it came off. It's pretty easy. I get the other one off, and then that start is almost done, and then I have to get that whatever that holder of water is. Like, I can't even speak. Both of them off now. Pretty easy. Now we're gonna get rid of this reservoir over here. It shouldn't be too hard. I can see where it mounts to, just a couple bolts. And then we can start thinking about getting that brake booster off, and also I think that's the clutch master cylinder. And all of that stuff. Slowly gonna get off. Then it'll just be the harness that's on there. Eventually I'm gonna have to drop the front suspension and also the rear suspension and redo all of that. Give them a good clean and maybe some paint. But we'll cross that bridge when the time comes. Alright, we get rid of that now. So that's now off. I'm just going to record this for future reference. We've got all these lines, and they connect all the way up to here, and it just sits around there, or relatively around there. Pretty sure that's for the windscreen wipers. So I can just really just slide that in and get that out, and then that's out of there, which is good. Started removing whatever this is. Hold on, let me steady the camera real quick. This, I'm not actually sure what it is, but I just gotta get this last bolt off here. I've unbolted it, bolted it over here, if you can see. I'm not actually sure. I think, don't know what it's for. It's cut off at the end anyway, so it can get off. Don't think I'm gonna need it. I mean, is it for the AC? I'm not sure. Those two, they look important, but you know, they might not be. Who knows? I might actually remove this. See, just start clearing out most of the stuff that's on here. All good, I'm pretty sure. that might be the starter, right? Yeah, I got this off. It like most things, it required a 10 mil wrench on these 10 mil bolts. They were kind of weird, and there was also one of those like little pivot things in there. So like the same thing that was on the headlights right there. It was pretty easy to get off. I'm pretty sure this is the starter, right? I don't think it is. I might be making myself look like an idiot here, but yeah, that's off. So just put the hood back on. Just gonna stop work for the day because it's starting to get a bit dark, but pretty happy with my progress actually. So what I've done in the span of a day. Just gonna do my outro here. So car's got the tarp on it obviously, so it doesn't get dirt and shit in it. But yeah, if you have any questions about the build, feel free to leave it in the comments. Like if you enjoyed the video, and also subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'll see you later.